There's this old saying that goes by this: when you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. And in this case, we're going to talk about Texas Governor Greg Abbott, as he has tested positive for the COVID, right? Now, we all know, or in case you were living under a rock, Texas Governor Greg Abbott has been one of the most staunchest detractors of anything, and I do mean anything, regarding mask mandates, social distancing, vaccines, you name it. He has been an opponent of it. He has provided massive pushback, right, to where Texas, among other states like Florida and what have you, have become a hotspot for you know what. Now, this dude has banned all kinds of mandates. You name it, whatever the federal government does or says, or any kind of direction they get put out, you can rest assured that Greg Abbott, along with Ron DeSantis, will oppose it. And oppose it they have. He's taken this opposition to such requirement all the way up to the state Supreme Court. Okay? Now, this ain't the only thing that Greg Abbott has done, right? Now, if you remember not that long ago, you had some Texas Democrats flee the state to go to Washington to push back against that voter suppression bill, because that whole voter suppression bill was based on a lie, a raw, unadulterated, flat-out lie. So the Texas Democrats flee the state to go to DC to fight this voter suppression bill, to push for federal laws against voter suppression or whatever. Well, you really don't matter to black people, because if you're not appealing to our interests, we're not coming out to vote no way. So I don't give a fuck what kind of voter suppression bill gets passed or whatever like that. But nevertheless, right? So he called for the arrest of these Texas Democrats. Matter of fact, they passed a bill authorizing these Texas Democrats to be arrested for leaving the state to go talk about this voter suppression bill. Meanwhile, he says nothing about Ted Cruz fleeing the country to go to Mexico for funding the sum with his family, when Texas was going through record freezing to the point people were dying in their cars and dying in their homes trying to keep warm. Now, I'm not supposed to wish nothing upon nobody, because, you know, that stuff can come back on you. But I will say this. This is what happens when you continue to play with fire. When you play with fire, your ass gets burned. Period. And that's what he gets. Now, Greg Abbott is vaccinated. He is. He will be isolated in the governor's mansion while at the same time getting medical treatment. Now, he's faced all kinds of criticism as cases has increased sharply and intensive care units has dwindled in Austin. Has the beds in the ICU has dwindled. So basically, if you got a broken arm or a broken leg, you can't, or even more extreme cases like a heart attack or a stroke or something like that. Well, it's gonna be kind of hard for you to get in the ICU, considering there's a whole lot of COVID-19 patients in the ICU beds. issued an executive order that prohibited local governments, state agencies from mandating vaccines, reaffirmed previous decisions to prohibit local officials from mandating masks. Now what I'm reading comes from the New York Times, right? This what he get. This what he get. Yeah, exactly, Octavius. That's another thing he did. Another thing he did is basically talking about he passed a bill or authorized a bill that prevented teachers from talking about KKK, from talking about slavery, from talking about anything having to do with critical race theory. All that. Greg Abbott did all that shit. So he got it. He got it. He got it. And don't put that. And Octavius, I need you to retract those comments because I don't need YouTube flagging my video. So I need you to retract those two statements about the Maximus. I don't need YouTube flagging my videos, bro, because they own that shit. But salute to you, man. Salute to Quincy Randolph. But yeah, this is what happens, Greg Abbott. Now, we're going to see what happens next. We're going to see if this whole, well, I'm not going to go into that. I'm not going to go into that. I'm going to go into that on the Patreon. So, hey, for all you guys that are subscribers to my Patreon, right, be on the lookout for that particular audio because I'm going to talk more about this on the Patreon. But, oh yeah, let's not forget, when states were in lockdowns and all that, he was against lockdowns. And then on top of that, when they were trying to keep the states from reopening, he was one of the first states, if not the first state, to reopen early as pushback, right? And of course, pure Republican tactics, right? Pure Republican lingo. They're trying to take away your guns. They're trying to take away your rights. All this fear mongering, all this brouhaha over nothing, right? But hey, like I said before, when you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, and this is the result of Greg Abbott being reckless. So that's all I got when it comes to that. All them folks that is mentioned. All right, so I know there's some people from Texas in here, right? So, I want them to come in. If you're from Texas now, if you're not from Texas, don't bring your ass in here because I don't want to hear no dumb shit, right? But if you're from Texas, right? If you're really from Texas, this link is for you. If you're not from Texas, don't click the link, all right? I'm going to say it again. If you're not, I'm only want to talk to people that actually live and actually from Texas. If you're from New York, this link is not for you. If you're from South Carolina, even though that's my home state, this link is not for you, right? If you're from Florida, this link is not for you. If you're from California, this link is not for you. If you're from Washington State, this link is not for you. It's only for people who are from Texas that live in Texas. As I said before, right? Polo, I know you from Texas, so talk to me. What's up?
Man, listen, man, Earl, and I'm not going to take up too much of your time, man. Salute to you and salute to the chat, man. Yes, man, this is a good prop. Shout out to LB for reporting this. Listen, like I said, like you said earlier to Octavius and stuff, I feel where he coming from, but look, I'm not going to wish bad on him, man, but everybody wants him gone, L, and has been wanting him to go. And the main reason why I wanted him to go is with the statement that I had just talked about, where you know how everything had went down with the timeline with him wanting to reopen everything and stuff. And people were encouraging him and telling him, including my mom, because my mom, you know what I'm saying, she worked, well, she retired now, but she used to work around a lot of state officials. And she was like, what is this dumbass motherfucker doing? Trying to reopen the state just because he saw Florida and then he saw Kemp doing it. Then he wanted to go ahead and copycat and everything and try to open up everything. Next thing you know, the cases started to surge again. And he was like, and he took a risk in doing that stuff. Now, Greg Abbott, man, people been wanting him gone. And like what Octavius was saying, and like what y'all were talking about the KKK thing, yes, that was another situation too, in which he was trying to flex his muscle and do all this sort of thing, man. But we've been wanting Abby gone, man. I'm so tired of him. There are no hospital beds at all, and you put it in perspective too. It's bad in the Central Texas, especially like the Fort Hood, Killeen, Temple, Waco area. You know what I'm saying? I know you know that area because you was in the military. And then in Dallas,
Yeah.
they don't even have any hospital beds. So my mom, we was up talking for like at least about 2 hours. Cause just to let you know, man, my cousin passed away from the you know what. You know what I'm saying? So it hit our family hard.
Oh man, I'm sorry
And
to hear that, bro.
yeah, he was young, man. He was young. He was 42.
That's it.
So yeah, and he was a doctor.
Damn. He was a
Yeah, so
doctor.
he was a doctor, man, straight out of Baylor, and he was a kid. Hey, he was Omega Psi Phi, Lou. I mean, L. He was Omega Psi Phi. His funeral was so packed they couldn't even let a lot of people in there because of everything that was going on and stuff. They had to they had to have a ban on everything. But yeah, man, it was bad. So everybody been kind of. We didn't even have no family reunion this year because of the whole thing. Because everybody was so. We did our family reunion online. So it's bad out here, L. They don't have no hospital beds. I think about that sort of thing because what if my daughter is sick? What if my daughter got real bad allergies? What if she got a headache or something like that? You know what I'm saying? I got to take her to the hospital. We SOL.
Right. For real, man. And that thing's crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? And now, I mean, you got this going around there. You got these celebrities coming out here talking about they don't bathe and nothing like that. What the fuck?
Yeah. So look, hey, I don't wish no ill will on nobody. You know what I'm saying? I don't wish this on my worst enemy. But at the same time, man, when you in leadership and and you have poor leadership and you do stupid stuff, it's gonna come back on you.
Yeah. So it's crazy right now, man.
Yeah, it's
I
crazy.
just hope everybody stays safe and all that, man. Because, like I said, man, this thing is not gonna go away.
Yeah, it's not gonna go away, and people aren't taking no responsibility. Okay, look, on my channel or whatever, I don't try to go too deep into it or anything like that because I reported on the NFL because now that I think shout out to Town Biz, he had talked about how LA and them are you have to have your cards to go everywhere now to go
Yeah.
to different events and stuff like that. Now it's starting to get to that point where if you don't take the for your body or whatever, and they find out you don't have it or anything, man, they're not gonna let you into these places. So it's kind of like they're forcing us to do stuff. But then again, you have people up in there like Charles Barkley telling us, "Oh yeah, you're idiots for not doing this and not doing that." Well, everybody is taking responsibility and everything, but there's some people that's not taking responsibility by putting on their mask and everything and trying to keep people protected. I know because before I could even walk into school, you can't. Before I took my daughter's first day of school was yesterday. uh, they had a mask mandate out here, and all the teachers, all the parents, everything before you even walk into school, you gotta have it. And now they won't even allow no parents or anybody up in the school because it's getting that bad, and they're about to shut it down again. We might have to go to remote learning again. So we going back to the same old thing, L. And L, you are an intelligent brother. What you think gonna happen after they shut it down again? They gonna get even more stricter with a lot of stuff. And respect to your channel, I'm not gonna even say what it is, but I think you know what I'm talking about. It's gonna get a lot more stricter.
Yep, it's gonna get a lot more strict, and
You know. So I encourage everybody, man. Like if you don't want to do that, put that in your body or whatever, man. Just take care of yourself as much as you can. Man. More importantly, take care of your immune system. Because I'm all about natural health myself. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I'm about natural health myself too, man. And that's the thing. You all that
Hmm.
sounds. If you ask me, in my opinion, right? Because I would go there, it sounds stupid. Because wasn't I say that vaccinated people get other vaccinated people infected? Just because you take that stuff does not mean you're not going to get it.
Exactly.
So, it's just ridiculous, man. That it's ridiculous, man. That's all I'm saying. And
My bad.
the more we can continue to have people be reckless
We
about
ranked
it, the more
second
the stuff is
in
going
the
to continue.
nation uh, in terms of cases. I think we were next. We were next to California, if I'm not mistaken, whatever. But my mom and my uncle had to put me in perspective on what was going on because I was like, man, see, I told everybody though, just because you take the vac or whatever it's called and all this other stuff, that doesn't make you exempt from it. That you're not invincible. But Greg Abbott, man, he thinks he knows everything. He don't want to listen to nobody. Opening up barbers, he's concerned about barbershop. He concerned about businesses and stuff like that. And which I kind of I understand, but at the same token, what you want to do? You know what I'm saying? You want to sit up here and people for them to lose their lives. And then there was another politician that came out and said he cares more about the business than people's lives. I forget his name. He cared more about uh
Oh, that was Dan Patrick. That was the
huh?
Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick that said that,
Yeah, exactly. And we were hot about that.
as you should have been. But then
You know what
again,
I'm saying? I
hey,
was like, man, are you crazy? Because I heard that from Willie D. So man, them guys, man, L, man, they sit up here, man, and they try to act like they so caring and concerned and everything, but they don't care about that, man. They don't care about that sort of thing. But now that it done hit him, sure, we're wondering how he's gonna react now. I wonder how he's gonna react if he, when if he recovers, quick and everything.
well, we don't know how to. I just don't know, and I don't want to put that. That's gonna be a channel flag, so I'm gonna leave it at that.
Right, I understand.
But yeah, man,
You
this
know,
what happened. These guys literally out here playing games with people's lives, man. I don't like that.
yeah, exactly. It's one thing. Okay, look, I understand because when shit hit the fan at first, LB, okay, when they had to shut down and they had to lock down and everything, and then of course they had they had stopped people from going to work and everything stuff. I mean, stuff was starting to increase. Suicide rates were increasing. Uh, Marriages were being broke apart because of some people that wanted, they got out of the house or whatever, but now they be around they spouses or whatever more time than ever, and they realize that they don't even like each other like that. So then divorce rate was shooting up. Homelessness has shot up. Then, of course, the violence had escalated because of the whole, the riots and everything like that, coupled with the whole BLM and BLM and everything, the Black Lives Matter stuff and all that stuff, And so it was a really bad time and stuff. But what we don't want is something we don't want to turn into Haiti. L. That's We don't want to turn into Haiti. We don't want to turn into that. But if if we keep it up, it's sad to say it might end up getting to that point.
Yeah, it might. But yeah. Um, so that's where we're at on that. No, no word as to when he got it and whatever like that. All I know is he's being in quarantine right now in the governor's mansion and all that.
Mm.
He's going to continue to work. So whatever that means, work on oppressing black people, I guess. But
Yeah,
so
not doing shit for us, man. If you ever come down here to Texas, LB, and you mention Abbott, man, them people will look at you like you crazy, bro.
when's he up for re-election? Is it next year?
Yeah, I think I want to say it's next year. Yeah.
I mean, I want to be sympathetic, but we said the same thing about Ted Cruz, but Bama's continue to vote that motherfucker. And you know what I'm saying? What did he do? How does he repay his people? The people that voted his
Hmm.
trifling ass in office? Oh, I'm gonna
Hmm.
take me a trip to Mexico. Now earlier this year, you guys was going through one of the worst winter storms on record.
Right.
Y'all had power outages. People
Yep.
People were literally burning their furniture just to stay warm and all that. And here this motherfucker go, my daughter's had a tough week, so I'm gonna take them to Mexico.
Right. Exactly.
Then after he got
People's
outed,
electricity.
that
People's
motherfucker just made
electricity
two
bills
fucks.
were
Uh,
in the
yeah,
thousands.
yeah, one dude had one dude had an electric bill that was like $17,000.
Yeah.
I was like, what
Yeah.
the?
Yeah, I mean
Dude
it's not funny,
had an
but I mean,
electric bill that was seventeen
at
thousand
the
dollars.
same token, we not paying that shit. L.
Huh?
We not paying that shit.
No, seventeen
That
thousand
had no
for
they had
electric
it
bill.
took ALB. I don't know if you know who Bun B is. You a hip hop head. You know who
Yeah, I know
Bun B is.
Bumpy.
It took
UGK, man. Who don't? Well, if you don't listen to rap, I don't expect you to know who UGK is. But
right. See, Bun B, he works at Rice University and he teaches or whatever. So it took
what is he?
Bun B to speak out,
What is?
especially for
Hey,
the
hold on.
for
Hey,
the whole
pull up.
entire
What does he
city of
teach?
Houston, Port Arthur, and that whole area. It took him to speak out in order for them to try to get some more people and get generators and try to help people out in their homes and people that were struggling. There were people that hadn't been able to shower. They didn't have no water. They didn't have none of that. You know what I'm saying? Because the pipes were are messed up and everything.
Right.
And so it took Bum B for them to try to get them some help because people were damn near about to free. People were freezing to death, man.
Yeah, I know. I talked about this. I talked about that on this channel about how Ted Cruz don't want to help his constituents and all that, right?
Mhm.
Don't want to help his constituents. Ain't trying to help his constituents. But hey, come re-election time. Hey, if you vote for me, I promise I'll do this and that there for you. wanted to feel sympathetic, but you know, Bama's continue to vote this trusting ass bitch in office and shit, right?
Yeah.
You know,
And
and Ted
see,
Cruz, and I'll tell you right now, that
mhm.
motherfucker looking for a goddamn presidential bid in 2024.
So yeah,
You think I'm joking? That motherfucker's serious about that shit. That motherfucker trying to run for office in 2024. Yep, that Bama himself. That disgusting vermin and Greg Abbott. I mean not Greg Abbott, Ted Cruz.
Ted Cruz. And these guys got to go. You know what I'm saying? I would want a person like LB in there because at least I know, okay, this guy, he served the country. On top of that, he's not gonna do it no Oreo cookie or cookie cutter type of way. He gonna do it. But see, that's not what this is. A good old boy state. They wouldn't do no shit like that. They wouldn't do no shit like that. They wouldn't want like you or me in that.
No, they don't want you and me in there because the one thing we can't, because this is the thing about us blacks, right? We can't be bought, we can't be sold. Period. Ain't no amount of money there's no amount of money that's gonna get thrown my way that will have me sell out my people.
Right.
Look, there's a lot of coons out there that will take that money and buck dance and sell out. Right? There's a lot of other people that will use the black community as leverage for their own personal benefit. Roland Martin.
Yep. Tim Scott.
Yep. Tim Scott. That buck dancing beaver. Yep. You name it. They will come. You know what I'm saying? These coons will come. But we'll talk about these coons in another video. We'll talk about them sellouts in another video. I'm gonna stay. Well, then again, I ain't really got much more to add, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna end this stream here.
LB, man. I thank you for being on it, man. You own it because when it comes to the cream of crop of politics, man, you definitely at the top. You know what I'm saying, in terms of talking about it. You and Chura or whatever, man. So I thank you for putting it out there and letting the people know what's really going on, because a lot of people are blinded to the fact and they don't really understand what's really taking place out here. But
Oh, hey,
when
Polo, you think that?
Octavius and myself
Hey, Polo,
really tell you
you
what's
think this
going
video right
on.
here? You think this video right here I'm talking about right now
Mm-hmm.
is something? I ain't got shit about what I'm about to talk about next.
Oh, this is just a piece of the pie, huh?
Yeah, this is the fucking appetizer. This next
Okay.
video right here, right? Because I'm gonna stay on the political realm, and then I'm gonna go back to the basketball. There's a couple hot topics I want to talk about in basketball. But
Okay.
that next one, I'm gonna talk about, right? You guessed it. We're gonna talk about Afghanistan. Bro,
Shit, that's what's up.
we're gonna talk about Afghanistan, all right? And I'm here right now. I'm gonna give you a preview, right?
Mm-hmm.
The title of the video is I don't care what's going on in Afghanistan. That's the title of the video. I'm giving y'all a spoiler alert right now. The title of the video is I do not care about what's going on in Afghanistan. Okay? And you hear, and then why I say that, it's gonna be pretty once you understand why I'm saying, then y'all get the picture. All right. So stay tuned for that video. That video is coming in like 5 minutes. So
Okay.
come
All
back
right,
in here
Al.
in 5 minutes.
I'll let you go, maybe. Hey, but you continue to be safe, man, and take care of yourself. But I'll pull up when I can, man. I got to do some stuff, but I'll pull up when I can.
Okay. Yeah. No, I need like 10, 15 minutes because I gotta take a shit. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all, right? I gotta drop some deuces and take me a shower, and then after I get done, shit in the shower, and I'll be back in here.
Yeah, nah, you gonna get some pussy. We already know how it
No,
is.
no, 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 no. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a dick. Ain't no ass around here for me to no ass around here for me to get no punani and shit. So
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
you
sit
gonna
here
be
and
in the
lie on my dick.
jacuzzi. Yeah.
All right, I'm literally telling you what I'm about to do. I'm about to take this shit, take this shower, and then come back in here. We're gonna cook on this thing about what's going on, right? The distractions in the media, right? So I want to thank you for coming on. I want to thank everybody for watching the
No
video.
doubt, always, man.
And then I'm gonna come back in here at about 6:25, 6:30 ish. We're gonna talk about this shit. Smash the like, hit the subscribe. Shouts out to the Lions Den basketball community. This your boy. Scream at me. Hey!